Welcome to April's LeetCode Challenge. Today's problem is powerful integers. Given three integers, x, y, and bound, return a list of all powerful integers that have a value less than or equal to bound. Now, an integer is powerful if it can be represented as x to the ith plus y to the jth power. Now, for some integers, I needs to be greater or equal to 0, and j needs to be greater or equal to 0. Now, you may return the answer in any order, but in your answer, each value should occur only once. So here we're given three values, the x, y, and bound, and you can see our output's going to be all these numbers here because we have 2 to the 0 plus 3 to the 0 power, that's going to be 2, 2 to the 1 plus 3 to the 0, that's going to be 3, and basically all the combinations that we can make here to get our answer. So really the approach to this problem is to do it straightforward. What we'll do is first create two arrays. We'll have an x and y. And we're gonna add here all the values from 2 to the ith power as long as it's less than the bound. So it starts with 2 to 0, right? That's gonna be 2, then it's gonna be 2 to 1, 2, 2 to 2, 4, 2 to 3, what is that, 8, and then it'll stop here because after that it's gonna be like 16, but that's gonna be bigger than the bounds. So no matter what, like this value has to be less than the bound, because we know the minimum will be at least 1. And we'll do the same thing for y. We'll say like 1, 3, 9, and that's it. Now after that, all we need to do is find the combinations or the product between these two. If we find the product between these two, it's going to give us like a list of 1, 1, and then like 1, 1, 3, and so on and so forth. And after that, once we have all our combinations here, we could just go through it and sum them up and add it to like an output, right? We'll just add it to our output here, like 2, 4, and just make sure that it's unique. We can just make that a set and then make it a list again to do that. Okay, so now that we know our approach, we need to start coding this out. So the first thing we'll do is create our x and y as well as our output. Now the x has at least a 1 here, same with the y, because whatever the value is, to the 0th power, it's going to be 1, right? And the output will be empty. Now we need to populate our x. So what we'll do is say while x, nice, the last value here is less than the bound, we are going to append to our x. We'll just multiply it, the very last value, with itself, like this. Now we'll do the same thing for y. Oops. Like so. Alright, so one thing to note though here is if x is equal to 1, this becomes an infinite loop. So to avoid that, we'll have to have one more condition. We'll say and x does not equal 1 and y does not equal 1. Okay, so now we need to find our combinations. To do that, I'm just going to use itertools. I'm going to have to use product here, and I'll just product x and y. And that's going to give us all the values in here. And after that, we just need to do our for loop to say, all right, for, let's call it ij in C, if I plus j is what, less than bound, or should I say less or equal to bound, right? Then append it to our output. Now this doesn't guarantee that they're all going to be unique, so what I'll have to do then is say return the set of the output and then reconvert it to a list. And luckily the order doesn't matter, so this should work. Alright, so let's see if I messed anything up here. Okay, it looks like that's working. Submit. And there we go, accepted. Now time complexity wise, I'm not sure. I think it's this product here. So, gosh, it's like log x times log y, maybe? And we use the same amount of space in our output. I could be wrong, so, you know, we can put that in the comments if I mess that up. But that's it. So that concludes our April LeetCode Challenge. Yeah, this month was a pretty tough one. Next month, I will be attempting that challenge as well, the May one. But I am considering it to be the last one because I don't want to do this forever. I'm trying to think about how to switch this up. Maybe start solving problems as in topics or themes. Not sure yet, but I definitely want to change it up a little because I don't want to just do monthly challenges forever, right? I do want to figure out other ways to improve. So, all right, thanks for watching my channel. Remember, do not trust me. I know nothing.